Hello, and welcome to the Brothers Slim, where two brother-in-laws and a bro in arms get destroyed by the prolapsed Terminator. This might be the finale of Cycle 1. We shall see one way or another. One way or another.
Yeah, we were talking about it. We're like, we lost for realsies last session, and most likely going to lose for realsies this session.
Yeah.
Too many just stacks us around. Like, we got what? 3 last time?
It was, yeah, and like,
we won the Temenos fight.
We only with 3.
Yeah, technically we did, and none of us died, actually.
Yeah, no one died. It was just very close. So, you know what? Heck yeah, we got this.
I was just very sad. Yeah. Sitting in despair, so sad I could not move.
With all your 6 arms and awesome new gear.
And absolutely nowhere to
the
go.
The other Titans don't like me.
Yeah, at least I have my maze dog. Yeah, so we did lose last time. Not from the fight or anything, but from running out of turns. And it was like totally human error. We didn't read the other card. We could have just scooted ahead, but that's okay.
What happens when you play a game every 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, 2 weeks maximum is basically what it's seeing.
Cheating against ourselves and for ourselves. We probably balanced it.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. So most recent episode was posted today, and if I'm getting his name on YouTube right, Aiden, I believe, Aeon, something like that. He was the fellow that commented about when we're rolling to actually wound. And we've done like the, you know what, let's just not, and the next person can go.
We're not allowed to do that?
Yeah, and he actually shared a reason why. Because that's a mechanic that shows up later, and just kind of MacGuffining it invalidates that mechanic later on. So, makes sense to play by the rules there for sure, I think.
Okay.
Alright.
Cool.
Maybe we did.
We did it a couple times.
Yeah.
It wasn't that many times, though.
No, it was like maybe once or twice every couple of fights. Yeah. Not too often, but yes. So, we are going to start on Knossos with the story card, but we figured, because the map is so close to being fully explored, and we're super keen on numbies, that we're just going to take a little gander, fill out the map, take a picture of the entire map, and look for numbies for some secret messages.
So the next 20 minutes is just going to be us looking for numbers.
Enjoy.
And perhaps sharing some cool secret stories. Okay, cool. So, which ones do you want to start with, and where are they going here?
Just at random. Let's chaos.
Are we
chaos? Okay, well, I got 3 up in the top, so I'll start with number 3. I thought we were doing this in silence. Okay, let's do it in silence.
No, I'm just kidding. That would be so awkward.
I can edit the silence out.
Ooh. Or you could edit all the talking.
Found a number.
No, got a number?
Wait, get out of here. Are you real?
This is 45. Yeah.
Are you for real?
I'm not even going to say where it is. I'm just going to.
I'm so jealous right now.
Just pop that cherry right away.
58.
This is a race and I'm winning.
I can't really disagree with that statement.
But anyway, shall we read 03112?
Yeah, let's read 0312.
Oh, you felt the unnatural cold for a few days, and now you have finally found its source. Giant mountains of ice slowly drifting in the midday sun, refusing to melt. You heard of such things from the academicians of the Lost Academy, but of course. And they, in turn, learned of them from the faux scripture. That's from the Lighthouse, I believe. But it's one thing to imagine it, and another to see it with your own very eyes. You notice black veins crisscrossing the ice, a dark omen indeed. You refuse to bring the Argo any closer for fear of ramming into one of those giants. With Titanic style.
Yeah.
As you observe the sunlight reflecting and refracting off the near translucent surfaces of the icebergs, you're hit with sudden bouts of nostalgia for things that happened fairly recently, and eerily for things that you don't believe have come to pass yet. Someone's face twists in anger, someone cries, someone looks to the north. Delphi, not yet. That's a little hint and clue to Cycle 3, which is in Delphi and is all about time.
Oh.
As if this game wasn't confusing enough already.
Right? It's literally like a Doctor Who time paradox, by the way. For when we get there, it's going to be nuts. Subtract 2 fates, so that's fun. Cool.
Neat.
Yeah, very neat. Someone with a phone want to take a picture of the fully complete map, by the way?
I think your phone's probably better than mine.
That phone's got a better camera than any of them, I think.
Larry.
That is a map.
Woo! So, I have two
That's
thoughts.
not bad.
I think we should read the rest of the R&R stories because they're cute and fun. And like we're in
That's
the
what
end
this
game
game's
here.
all about, right?
Cute and fun
Story
reading
time.
stories for sure. And then I also think so. We finished 2 of these, and we have 2 more that are almost finished. I think we should leave it up to a dice roll to see if we can read both of them or just one of them.
Okay.
Unless you guys just want to read them because the stories are cool.
Nat 1, we only read 1.
Anything else? We read them all!
Sounds good. Sounds good. Let's start with the R&R ones, though. Or, okay, hey, then we're definitely reading them both. Let's go with those.
We read them all now.
How many R&Rs do we
Tears
have
of
left?
Minotaur. Not many.
I feel like we do like 1 or 2 R&Rs. Thick one.
And then thick one.
Couple R&Rs.
Okay,
Right,
sounds
palate
good.
cleanser.
R&R.
It'll be our pickled ginger.
You do
Oh,
need a palate
yeah.
cleanser after a thick one.
85 or 87?
I mean, you said it.
I did.
Okay, so we got 3 of them. So perfect. We'll go back to those in a little bit. Let's go to Tears of a Minotaur. What page is that? 67.
I'll have you guys know that's going to be the only critical I roll tonight.
Hey, but it was a good one.
What about the critical one?
Critical 1, roll hobo.
Many balls.
Many ovals. Oops, losing all the pages.
Leoculi.
I'm just gonna take those out for now,
He
just so
looks
they
like
stay
he
in
does
order.
not have time for your shit.
Yeah, he does not. He looks
He
like a
does not
serious
have time
fellow.
for any of your crap.
Okay, cool. The last goodbye.
She looks like she's wondering where I went.
So, do you think we should also count the Nemos for this, or should we just read them and get the benefits of the story?
No, let's just read them, I think.
Okay, sounds good.
Handing out the Nemos as well seems a little greedy.
That sounds
And I
good to
think
me.
everything is bad after this. For me. Like, I'm pretty sure you just died last time the sirens called.
Oh,
Yeah.
the finish line.
Yeah. It's like, wow, you found out your history. Die.
Yeah, that one was exceptionally
Yeah,
bad.
that was nasty.
Mhm.
I think I started reading the last one for me, and it was like, wow, this is all bad.
It wasn't good.
Yeah.
I remember, I think you read it by mistake.
Yeah.
Okay, the last goodbye. You arrive at a village visited by a catastrophe. Giant hoof marks where houses once stood, and a maze outcrop rising from the ruins of an old temple, all caked in dried up ambrosia. The survivors are slowly trying to piece back their broken lives. However, there aren't enough pieces for everyone. The water supply is a bone of contention. On one hand, the chief of a small battalion of horned guards say that they are more organized and will be able to distribute the water more equally. On the other hand, the remaining Hornsworn rebels say they have more experience with handling water in this area. The villagers asked for your unbiased opinion. The last time villagers asked us for an unbiased opinion, we were like, yo, that's a cool statue, we gonna take it?
Also, can we just talk about the merit of the argument that they have more experience handling water
Yeah. Like, what?
in this area?
You're
Like,
just gonna
what
take
about
water.
the area changes the handling of the water?
Our buckets are better.
There's a lot of kids that come up with surprise tickles, you better watch out. Alright, so our options here. The Horn Guard is known for its militaristic efficiency and organization. They have the means to handle the water supply. You side with the Horn Guard. Minoan's diplomacy +1. Note Horn Guard on your sheet. Ooh. 2. The Hornsworn have lived in this area their whole lives. They know the terrain and the layout of the river networks. Side with the Hornsworn. Hornsworn diplomacy +1. Note Hornsworn on the sheet. Or 3. You notice that some of the villagers seem uncomfortable leaving something as important as control over the water supply to these groups. It's their village. They should be the ones in control. You side with the villagers. So minus diplomacy for both. Lose 6 boat resources and note the villagers.
No. Take out 6 boat resources?
Yeah, triangle resources.
triangle.
We have a boatload.
Unintended?
No, yes, indeed. A punishing pun.
Interesting.
So, Minoans, we are denounced. Hornsworn, we're neutral. So either way there, it's kind of whatever. Do we want to, like, what are we thinking here? Have them both? Go with the villagers?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds
Let's
good.
let's go to war with them.
They both seem like they're up to no good to me.
Yeah.
We'll hold your
Sounds
water.
good. You want to write the villagers just down there?
villager. That could be a horror movie.
It could, yeah, just like the
The
village.
village, yeah.
Oh.
There you
All right, see 0006.
It's different because it's the villagers. Maybe it's a sequel to the village.
Mm-hmm.
The villagers leave the village.
The
I don't
villagers
know
branch.
anything about horror movies.
I think that one was a fake horror movie. It was just.
It was M. Night Shyamalan one, right?
Yeah, there was no monster. The old people were just like, we're a Mennonite community or something. I don't know.
That guy really is the worst, eh?
We're the tweetiest. Indeed.
I don't know. I really liked his avatar. Apple with chicken feet.
Oh, that movie.
Yeah. So bad.
Yeah, and Princess Yue with the peen hair.
With a peen hair? I totally missed the phallicness.
Yeah, it's exceedingly phallic.
Oh.
Okay. As water is being distributed, the chief of the village comes to greet you. As a token of her appreciation for your support, she offers your crew accommodations at her home. You accept and stay the night. In your dreams, you find yourself at sea, but the ship you are on is unfamiliar. It looks like an old trireme of Minoan design. The man sitting at the chair doesn't see you, but you recognize him for all the statues you saw on Crete, King Minos. A young woman enters the cabin. It is good to see you, father. A broad smile appears on her face. He gets up to meet her halfway. I've missed you terribly, light of my life. Have you come to your senses?
Did we just meet him in this little village, or is
It's
this
like a vision,
Yeah.
a dream.
Oh, okay.
Kind of extra sad since we know what happens.
Yeah.
Ariadne gently but firmly pushes him away. Abandon him! He will only hurt you. I know the hearts of men. He is no different. He is different, she insists. He loves me, father. Her voice is full of certainty. How naive the young heart is. He will never hurt me. Minos sighs. His face then morphs into a mask of deep sadness. And you him? Won't he feel betrayed? Used? Tears well up in her eyes as she smiles again at her father. She kisses his forehead before making her way to the door. I don't regret anything, father. Not a single choice I've made. And I don't blame you for what happened. Mm-hmm. Tears roll down Minos' face as the last words of love leave his lips and Ariadne is gone. The king falls back into his chair, his gaze lost in the void, the warmth of her kiss burning on his forehead. How naive the young heart is, and fragile as well, Minos whispers. With a jolt, you wake up. Interesting.
Sure.
Portentous.
Very portentous. That's 54.
Sorry, what did she do with her husband again? The entire plot of this
Got murdered.
Yeah, got murdered.
Really?
Make murders! The next day, you take one last walk through the village before you leave. If the Horn Guard got control of the water, so that is not us. If the village got control of the water supply, they managed to handle it on their own and distribute the water evenly, but a lot of it is wasted. Sloppy villagers.
They didn't have enough experience handling the water.
Before you leave, one of the elders leads you to a broken house where you find plates and tissue of the Labyrinthoros. The primordial must have shed it like a snake sheds its skin. Gain 3 infused mechanisms.
Ooh.
Very cool.
So we lost 6 triremes?
Yes, we lost 6 triremes and gained 6 mechanisms.
Oh, I see.
Sorry, how many infused mechanisms?
6.
I was too busy spicily scratching a number out.
What the
Is
fuck
that
is
a
that?
41?
Yeah, I think it is. Or a 91.
90? 9 or 4?
Infused mechanisms?
I think it's 41.
That does look really bad. Jordan, can I take
Happy
over
now?
with Poseidon's gift?
I would love to.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Ooh, this was a thick boy. I don't know what's going on with me today. I'm sorry. The silhouette of the ancient library protrudes from the low hilltop, domed roof gleaming in the rising moonlight like the polished skull of a long-dead behemoth. Once white marble columns are now a dull gray, a gargantuan rib cage picked clean by the ravages of time. This is where all the disparate threads of Ariadne's story lead. For searcher or yours, there's a definite end here. You feel it. As you draw near, the weathered ruin above you turns out to be anything but abandoned. Crude fortifications seal gaps in the crumbling walls, while a spiked palisade surrounds the base of the walls, deterring potential invaders. As you observe the library, you hear the sound of approaching feet. A solitary figure trudges into view, an old man with matted gray beard, unkept hair upon his crown, and the ceremonial robes that you know to mark him as a dedicant of the cult of Poseidon. He glares down at his own feet, muttering a non-stop stream of words. He appears quite ill at ease. Absent-mindedly, he walks right into the midst of your group. He flinches, but calms after noting the bright uniforms you wear. An Argonaut here? Can it be? We come seeking the knowledge of the library, following a loose thread. A thread? His bushy eyebrows furrow as the priest considers your words, before understanding dawns in his gaze. I may know the secrets of which you speak, and where they rest. You come prepared for battle, I see. That is good. The library was lost to us after Poseidon's fall. The Hornsworn. He spits upon the ground in the wet gobbet, sending a puff of dust into the air. Those heretics turned their wrath upon us, scattered the followers of Poseidon to the winds, and occupied our monument to his glory. Have you people done nothing to remove them, you ask? Surely if they are a problem, the locals would deal with them. Deal with them? The priest's tone turns incredulous. Oh, they deal with them. They make bargains with them, consort with them. They betray our Lord Poseidon by allowing those thugs to occupy his holy place in exchange for aid in fighting off bandits and protecting their crops. They forsake their spiritual purity for things as crass as crops and gold. Your thoughts are interrupted by the sound of clashing steel. As you turn your eyes to the hilltop, you can see shifting shadows, dancing flames, and the occasional glimmer of bared weapons. A concerted battle is being waged within the ruins of the library. A dry chuckle escapes from the priest's throat. Oh, the fates have woven a truly delicious pattern for today. The bandits besiege the Hornsworn. Quickly, Argonauts, we must act to secure the library and cleanse it of these vermin. Dana Priest of Poseidon.
And a priest, red a cowboy.
And a stranger danger.
Do we sacrifice priests to get nymph fire?
I think we sacrifice priests to get god form fire.
God form fire.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Alright, choose. Priest offerings attempting one. The aid of an adherent of the cult of Poseidon would be invaluable to your search. Rebels cannot hope to stand against two foes at once. You circle around and attack the Hornsworn. Minoan's diplomacy +1, Hornsworn diplomacy -1. 2, if the Thesian rebels are helping the locals defend their lands, then if you remove them, you may draw the ire of the people, while those who replace them in the fortified library might end up being more trouble than the Hornsworn. You strike the bandits from behind. Minoan's diplomacy -1, Hornsworn diplomacy +1.
I think I'm pro Hornsworn.
Third.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good.
You'll never fraternize with bandits, but the Hornsworn are not known for their respect for the ancient learnings, especially those of Minoan or divine origin, and that's only if you can even negotiate access to the library in the first place. The strategic choice would be to allow the rebels and the bandits to weaken each other. Gain of Fate, Labyrinthians diplomacy +1, and Hornsworn diplomacy -1.
Hey.
How close are we to the Labyrinths?
We are allied with the Labyrinthians,
Okay.
but just in the lowest tier. So if we lose one with them, then we're no longer allied.
I don't think there's anything past allied anyway, right?
No.
I have a feeling that, like, if we're allied with the Labyrinthians, something bad's gonna happen in the final chapter. They're like, you'd like to be hurt here.
I think the smart one is like, it is the smartest play. Or the last one is the smartest play.
Let them kill each other and they'll be like,
Let them fight.
That's Hornsworn -1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hornsworn -1.
Which we don't really care about.
Yeah,
We'll still be neutral with them anyways. Should we do it?
I'm down.
Cool, let's do it.
Sweet.
Alright, 38.
These people are so lucky I had the dog. Other than that, we would have killed you.
Yeah.
I've been for the Labyrinthians this entire time just because of Maisie.
For the people, because the puppy.
You know that a wise leader does not rush wildly into battle. If you allow the bandits and the Hornsworn to exhaust one another, then there will be less risk to you and your forces. You order your crew to stand back, in spite of the priest urging you to attack. The clamor of battle washes over you. The clashing of swords, the screams of the wounded and the dying, the growing silence that always follows a brutal clash. It's like being in a movie theater. Soon the peaceful stillness of the night returns. Your people climb the hill slowly, the priest following you timidly. When you reach the top, a scene of chaos greets you. Bodies lie everywhere, bandits and Hornsworn alike. Most are already dead, while a few are still releasing their final gasps. A small group of Hornsworn remain standing, bloodied and breathing heavily. One of them, a burly man sporting a broad array of scars and a heavy axe, steps forward, raising his weapon defensively. He sneers as he regards your fresh-faced, eager crew and the priest in tow behind. Ah! Come to finish us off? Here to give the little man his holy house back? He chuckles, a bubble of bloody spittle gathering on his lower lip. He doesn't wait for an answer, the axe rising in his grasp as he lunges towards you. His haphazard stagger is quickly brought to an end as your own weapon lunges out, extinguishing his life in a flash. Before the corpses even hit the ground, the handful of remaining Hornsworn warriors have turned and fled, knowing that they stand no chance against fresh and ready Argonauts. Behind your forces, the priest ecstatically moves through the ancient halls of the library, occasionally kicking the bodies of the Hornsworn or chattering jubilantly in celebration of reclaiming the ruins from his foes.
Oh my goodness.
You pause to consider what you've done. This place may hold no answers, while the men and women here might have done something with their lives. Now they lie motionless, defenders and attackers indistinguishable from one another. Everything seems so meaningless now. Maybe there is something to this truth of the Labyrinth.
Oh!
Ha! Dang!
Dark!
Leader gains a fated Nemos. Gain a doom. Every Argonaut may gain 2 fate to gain 1 progress. And if Labyrinthians friendly or better, no maze.
No maze, nice. We would have gotten a maze.
No note maze.
Oh, okay, let's note maze.
And that might have been the one that doomed us.
C42.
And so the least likely Argonaut gains a fated Nemos.
The leader.
Oh, we should. How do you?
Fuck. Alrighty then.
All right, let's get these fated Nemos cards.
Do these characters carry on into the next one?
Until they die.
Oh shit.
Oh, really?
Uh-oh. We're just stacking bad stuff on me here.
Like, kind of. Hey, the Painted Nemos was pretty good at one time.
Once you got it.
Blue side or black side?
Black side.
Apathy. The passion is gone. You cannot use fate rerolls.
Oh!
What? What?
What's the other side for when you're
Will
-1?
When I get to the other side, rekindled interest. If you re-rolled 2 or more attack dice and none of them are hits, lose a fate.
Oh dang, that's cool.
Will -1?
But, like, what do they really mean by fate rerolls?
That's like when your attack misses and you
Any
fade
of
it
them.
up.
Mm-hmm. You still get like rerolls on the damage die, just because those aren't fate.
But that's fucking brutal.
Any
That's
of the to hit
savage.
rolls, yeah. Ouch.
That's rough.
Mhm.
Don't worry, we're just going to do the final boss.
Yeah.
All or nothing, baby. All right.
Oh man, that's ouch.
Yeah, that's rough.
Is this supposed to be for cycle 3?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it totally is.
Damn.
Got you covered, bud.
Thanks, boss.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, they are cycle specific. I think this might have gotten shuffled.
You
somewhere.
monster.
Yeah, that seems
It's always
pretty
me, hey?
brutal. It kind of is.
You and the cards.
I think Cam only cheats for our detriment.
I don't know
I think
what
you're
to talk
correct.
about. I don't know what to talk about. Okay, here we go. You are the second
All
one.
right, take 2.
There's much less to choose from this time.
That would feel bad.
That would feel bad too. It's gonna say you die.
Oblivious. Huh? You don't benefit from opening tokens.
Oh!
What the absolute hell is that?
I don't like. Is that even worse?
Yes, that's worse.
I didn't think it could get worse.
Oh my goodness.
Mindful, when you're about to attack it, there are 3+ opening tokens in the Kratos pool. Lose a fate.
That's just like objectively just worse.
Who cares? Like, what the hell? Good thing I have a +3 to hit, I guess.
Huh? Indeed. Yeah, that's true. So
That's
out of anyone to get it, like.
savage, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's finish this
Like,
god-awful
the thing is, you
story.
usually only have it for like 3 sessions, maybe 4. Because like usually
Oh,
you
it
get
goes
in-
pretty quick?
Yeah, you
that's
only
fair.
need 3, right?
Yeah. All right. Into the
But
story.
doesn't help in
That's
this
the
one.
worst story that we've ever read.
Yeah, that's bad.
I love how me and Cam were both like him.
I was waiting for one of you guys to point to me because I'm usually like, oh yeah. Why don't you lead this one?
Wasn't fast enough.
Yeah.
Too friendly.
Whenever I think of the
Do you
leader,
have a Fate of Nemos?
nope,
Yeah.
nope.
Yeah, we should
You
definitely get
monster.
Cam this time.
Whenever I think of the leader, though, I'm like, oh, that's like the person that gets to veto the decision rather than the person that gets something
Gets
bad
the bad
happen.
things. Yeah, so true.
Yeah, this one's bad, but it's not that bad.
What was the bad side of that one?
When you gain the priority token.
Oh
gain
my
the fate.
god.
It's also free. I've been using it the whole time.
Yeah.
I already paid my goddamn dues.
You don't want to restart with a new
We
one?
should give him a new one. And then...
Misery last time.
All right.
Maisie loves company?
Misery, but yeah. It works.
Okay, finish the story. Oh yes, I suppose I did promise to help you find what you were seeking. It's beneath this piece of rubble, he points to the library. It was well guarded against trespassers, but the labyrinth is strong here. You'll find a way down. Just be warned, Poseidon has left quite a mess. Minos be damned. The priest turns to leave, and only now do you notice a maze tattoo crawling onto his neck from beneath the robes. You kill me or let me go. It makes no difference to the truth. You eventually find a way down through a symmetrical shaft in the shape of a maze block, just as the priest said. You lower yourself into the vast chamber below. Judging by the sea wave pattern carved into the giant columns, this seems to be a temple of Poseidon, though you wonder why it would be hidden from view. You spread out to cover more ground. The labyrinth has indeed struck here, transforming the whole western wall into a vertigo-inducing mosaic of moving lines and angular protrusions. Then there are the giant statues of cows, made from white marble. Mortals did not make this. Despite the holy ornaments, despite the labyrinthization, you still recognize the masterful stonework and the true builders of this place. The Centimani. Oh, we got a new number. The squares are 0.
The squares are 0. Oh, and they're just like little.
Just for
Oh, we've got that one already.
What the heck?
But what about
We got an L with a dot. No, wrong way. Other L with a dot. That's a 3.
Here comes number 3. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yes, we got a 3.
And then we got a. I don't know.
I think that's.
And then we don't have.
For people who can't see, it is a 3. It's just facing down.
I don't think we have most of these.
No, we don't know. Oh, these are like the extra secret numbers there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so much reading. Do you want to take over?
Sure. Where are we?
Right here.
Bless you.
Did you already do gain the yarn talisman card?
So gain the yarn talisman card.
It's a card?
Secret deck 2, card 21.
Yeah.
Secret deck 2, card
We're just
21.
raiding the depths of this game right now.
Yeah, plundering its holes.
Secret yarn?
I stay away from
Big
that
story.
time.
Yarn talisman? You
Yarn
Yes.
dirty
Yarn
bird.
talisman.
Oh wow, that looks kind of cool.
All you knitting enthusiasts out there are going to be very excited about this
To
one.
find the way in all the dark
It's gonna be
places.
amazing, though.
Fun art there. It is going to be amazing because we are in cycle 1.
It's going to be a
Oh,
yarn.
looks so tiny. What does it do here though? So it's a gear. No, that was a good one. Attach to your Titan sheet during an attack.
It's
Ignore
an added
labyrinth
gear too,
tiles.
though.
Oh yeah, cool. For the purposes of line of sight and adjacency, when applying despair penalties, ignore 1 despair token.
Oh, dang.
That's pretty sweet.
Very
Why don't you take that? Because
Sure,
I've got.
has things against despair.
Do you?
Who does?
You do, don't you? You can
Oh,
literally
yeah, I
trade
can
your-
drop
yeah.
despair.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
And add.
I can ignore 1. So, can you do any despair related things? You just have Maisie?
He can
I
be
do have
despair.
Yeah.
You can be despair.
Oh, no, but that's dread, not despair.
It's despair too.
Oh,
Yeah, it's either.
when you're about to die from despair.
Do you want it so you have a little bit more protection from despair?
I would not say no.
Take it.
Attach it to that Earthshaker Titan.
Mm-hmm.
Wee!
So he's
Looks
just
he
blinked
wants
up now.
something, Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually like just words.
Cool.
Belly button.
Secret gears.
Nice.
Oh wait, what? During an attack, ignore weapon.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Cool.
So we've got a bunch of folks that like benefit or don't really care about Labyrinth anymore.
Yeah. Can yours ignore labyrinths
Over.
or something?
I get extra evasion when I'm in a Labyrinth.
Oh, that's what
okay.
it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
But I get to hop over them.
Ooh.
Alley-oop. Anything else to read there too, or is that
Yes,
all done?
yes.
Many more readings.
Oh.
Tonight, by the way, tonight's probably all going to be reading, and then we'll actually do the play
And
next
then
time.
we're
Yeah.
The far wall above the altar is covered in a series of reliefs, cruder in nature than the cow statues, more in line with the ornaments of Poseidon. You study them one by one, your heart growing heavier with each image. Oh, okay.
Thought this was going to be a fun art.
No.
So,
Oh, look at the pretty cows. Minos discovered the Cincinnati's runes and lust for their power. Oh, yeah, okay. He seems enamored with the cows. He seems enamored with the cow statues. Why?
Minos does?
Yeah. He also wrote-
oh, this is like the painting or whatever that we're seeing, I think.
I thought it was Minos discovers them. He seems enamored.
Yeah, like that's the first painting, I think.
Oh, okay.
The reliefs. Like the
Oh,
first
I
relief is
see what you're
Minos
saying. Yeah, okay.
is depicting Minos
Next
discovering the cows. He loves them cows.
We love them
I
cows.
wonder how they painted Minos falling in love with these cows.
Utters.
Utters, yeah.
Utters, for sure.
It's like, huh.
And a gentle fondle.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The sign,
Like questionable.
The
Questionable YouTube video at the end of this one.
what? You guys drink milk too.
It's gonna be
Have it
14A
straight from the source.
this episode.
We drink oat milk, you freak.
Okay, so then Poseidon offers him a deal. For one day, he will grant him the ability to understand their meaning for the mere price of endless human sacrifices. What kind of fucking deal is that?
Just to know what some cow statues mean?
Yeah, you're like, damn, what does that cow think?
I really need the art review of this bad boy.
Yeah.
Endless
so
human
bad.
sacrifice. Minos agrees. He's like, hell yeah, I got slaved for days. The slave, well, there you go. The slaver fleet set sail. Yet Poseidon is a god, fickle and spiteful. He turns Minos into a bull, symbolically and physically. It's hard to discern. Sometime later, Pasiphae gives birth to Adriane, the Minotaur.
What?
Ariadne?
Ariadne?
Yeah.
But what
Ariadne is the Minotaur?
Gives birth to Ariadne. Ariadne. The Minotaur.
Ariadne's the Minotaur?
Pasiphae.
I think that might be one of the other princess daughters or something. Or maybe it's his wife, maybe? Gives birth to...
Ariadne, the Minotaur.
Yeah.
Ariadne is the Minotaur.
Ariadne is the Minotaur?
What?
Who the fuck's Ariadne?
The big dead girl.
Daughter of Minos.
Oh,
There was also the lover
yeah.
of
Who's the one in
Theseus.
the weird glass coffin?
Snow White, dead style.
No wonder
Slash
the Minotaur's
the
not
Minotaur.
around
Slash
first.
the Minotaur.
What?
Crazy.
What?
With a twist!
If Maze noted, C40. Okay.
We have Maze noted.
Maze is noted.
This was the world before the Ashkaton. Mortals dancing to the Olympians' pitiless tune. The reliefs stay with you forever. Damn the gods to hell. Yeah, Poseidon seemed like a little bitch.
He seemed pretty awful.
Yeah, pretty shitty.
Don't smack me.
You can understand these cows for a day if you give me endless suffering.
Yeah.
And then the true meaning of the cows, he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, they were cows, bro.
And now you're a bull.
Yeah.
Party leader gains a rage. Nice. Each Argonaut gains
Is
a
that still
fate.
me?
Yeah,
Gain
you
in
can take that,
progress.
This
right?
was all one big.
If we're doing it,
story,
just add another progress. Why not?
Yep.
Let's see how many the hell is over.
We doing it?
We really doing it.
Cool. Alrighty, Roo. I'll dive into some of those R&Rs.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Dude, I'm reeling. Ariadne was the Minotaur?
Yeah, that's like pretty wild, hey?
That's some intense stuff right there.
Mm-hmm.
See, the polite thing to do is open your candy bag during the commercials.
Feet.
Then you don't spoil the time. I'm just kidding. I always open my candy like right during the opening scene. I'm a monster. If you don't want to listen to people open their candy, watch movies at home.
Absolutely. When I was younger, in like high school, when I brought beer into a movie theater, and it was dead quiet, and you'd be like,
One of my
yeah,
favorites,
like,
very similar. I was drinking like glass bottles of beer, and like at a very emotional part of I think Jurassic Park, The New World or whatever, I kicked one over by accident, and like 3 beer glasses like clanked all over the theater, and my friend was just like, it's just like the worst. It was so loud, and the laugh was so heinous. It really made it.
I love the dichotomy of like teenagers are like the worst part about movie theaters, but also the only reason they can continue to exist.
They could not exist.
Because let's be honest, I go to the movies like once a year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about me too. All right, you guys ready for a R&R adventure?
Sure am.
Fete of Aeons. Fete for the Aeons. The night is warm and full of stars. The air smells of flowers, wine, and roasted meat. Mm. From your vantage point on top of the bridge Tholos, you have a bird's eye view of the whole deck, lit up like a polis on the eve of a Dionysus feast. Among that, this freaking word in this game too, the braziers.
You mean
the braziers? Yeah.
You said it was such. You're like, I'm gonna nail it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's wrong. I just like be a dick about it.
50% of the time, I get it wrong every time. I think it's the first time it's actually showed up in this game now.
It was in
everywhere in Oswarren.
Yeah, Oswarren.
Like in every story.
Yeah.
Okay, so among the bras recruit mingles. It's quite a thing, isn't it? Says the old priest joining you. They needed it, you agree? You too, I presume. But that wasn't what I was talking about. I meant this. He gushes, opening his arms wide. The many peoples of the Argo drop straight down. The many peoples of the Argo. When you first woke up from your sleepless slumber, I told you. In the beginning, the ship was merely a haven for the exiled and downtrodden, beached on the coast of Cephalonia. We lived in peace, but we had lived alone. Now, this is a crew, a community with so many goats. People from all walks of life working together to make this journey possible. You look at the crowds below, laughing, cheering, partying.
Real talk, I don't know if they actually added goats in there.
I added it.
Yeah, perfect. I was like, they might. They do love their goats.
We have so many goats.
Yeah.
I can't remember sure, but
They have hidden goats.
the Into the Unknown, like the company, actually shared a post online talking about goats and like, yeah, we love goats.
Yeah.
Didn't
Didn't it start out as like a minifigure that was like a placeholder?
Yeah. And then it just turned into like a mascot basically.
So fucking good.
It's so good.
Oh, okay. Now people from all walks of life working together to make this journey possible. Okay, yeah, as you look at the crowds, laughing below, cheering and partying. Soon they may be fighting for their lives again. They will do that together too. Do you feel it? The old priest asks after a while. What are we becoming? You would like to wholeheartedly agree, but there is still a part of you missing. Those elusive memories you've been chasing in between the struggles against a post-Olympian world. Yet when you look below at your crew, if even for a moment, you feel it. Belonging. Gain a progress, so lose a stranger. Every Argonaut can discard one despair token. One Argonaut can either discard Maze Touched or gain a node for a fated Nemos.
Mine.
Take it.
Good.
That's cool.
I have 2 Nemos cards. One is Curse of the Gods. The other is Oblivious.
Okay, and we got one more.
Neat.
Right now. Stray.
Leocules got dealt a shitty hand.
He did.
Yeah, let's see if you can get 3 in this.
That'd be amazing.
It would be amazing.
All right, the Stray. During one of your reconnaissance runs into the Cretan highlands, you stop at a small, isolated town, seemingly spared the horrors of the Labyrinth, so we know it's good.
Hold on, when we start this, does it say any of the...
No, these ones don't.
No,
Okay.
not on these R&R ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's not going to be bad. It's R&R. It's going to be light and fun. As you walk around, gathering information, you come upon a little malnourished dog. We've
Wait,
heard this
on the
one.
last
We already
one
done this one?
Mhm, we just didn't mark it off.
On
Where
the
Amazing
last...
came from.
No, I meant on the last story that we just did, the big one.
Yeah.
Did we... What was the word? Did that one have a word?
Maze? Yeah, we had that came into play.
Oh, we agreed not to do the nodes. on
Okay.
these.
Oh, yeah.
We're kind of...
That was before you got Oblivious, but yeah, okay.
Well, no, we've
Fine.
been taking the other ones.
Yeah.
We just haven't been doing the words.
Got it.
So that's fair, kind of.
I mean, we're taking all the bad things too, so I don't know.
Yeah. We make it more.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll play it by ear. All right, the Burden. This one actually has 2 of them, which is kind
Actually,
of
never mind. I'm gonna die if I do that.
We don't want that. That's Cersei Guard is a captain after all. Okay, the Burden. Wailing pierces the night. Though it's the cry of a grown man, bah, a sage, it still sounds like the bawling of a newborn child. You would think it the results of a grave battle wound, but it couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, It was the result of a low water intake and a poor diet.
What?
Surely it can't be this bad, you say, looking at the pale face of the old priest. No other visible signs of trauma. Be silent, insolent child, for you do not know how this renal invader ravages my body.
Oh God! What?
Oh, this is actually really funny. So that's kidneys,
Is
right?
it kidney stone?
Yeah.
Oh, is it kidney stone? I thought it was just a
Yeah.
particularly dense doopy.
Yeah, renal is to do with kidneys.
Oh my God.
Surely it can't be this bad. Be silent, you insolent child, for you know not how this renal invader ravages my body. You're not. That sentence is vile. You're not so sure. Sure, you've heard about kidney stones, but come on, how bad they can be? How bad can they be? They're so small. Sometimes you can't even see them. These men are clearly exaggerating to wring every last ounce of sympathy from you. Still, this has been going on for a few hours with no end in sight.
One of the writers definitely had a kidney stone.
Marcin, the maker of the game, did. They actually had to go to the hospital during their crowdfunding campaign because of kidney stones. I believe.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Hella good call. Actually, they do like a newsletter that comes out once a month or whatever. And so the most recent one was Halloween. He's like, yeah. So one of my coworkers like asked what I most fear most, and goes on like all this cosmic horror and political horrors and fears. And it's like, but no, really, it's kidney stones. Kidney stones are the ultimate fear.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's so good. Okay, so been on for a few hours, no end in sight. Healers, scholars, philosophers, and ex-priests, all men. None have succeeded in the struggle against this insidious foe. The old priest has been put in a small bath with hot water, dubbed the Kidney by Aeon, given ample water to drink and some more or less useless herbs. He needs to ride it out as one of the healers, and if it gets stuck, the mortified look on the man's face speaks volumes. Then it will ride him. Hang in there, OP. OP for old priest? One of you says encouragingly, not really knowing what else to say.
OP? It says OP?
It says OP. I love these freaking RR stories. They're amazing. Throw your well-intentioned dribble into the bottomless pit of the Eschaton turnabout Olympus! Into you damn brat! Says OP. It's over in the morning. The old priest spent but happy. In fact, you've never seen him smiling so much. You fear his teeth will fall out. The release. The sweet release. Dear Argonauts, you have no idea what a god's curse is until you try to give birth to one of these.
Oh my God.
He raises his hand, though you struggle to see what he's holding. So minuscule it is. I hope you never find out. Gain of progress.
Amazing.
So we got two of these left. I figure we'll dive back into the other story and then finish with the R&R.
Okay, let's do it.
Coo. Dreams made there. Jordan, do you want to take over with Stalked by the Maze?
Sure.
5 to 6, Stalked by the Maze. You have Curse, and I think you should just take Curse. Do you have Curse? No, you don't. Never mind.
Curse.
Look at my shit.
That is. Stalked by the maze. You've just returned from scouting, avoiding a Temenos encounter by the skin of your teeth. Not quite true. Alas, your relief is short-lived as you notice something rising on the horizon. Angular lines, grotesque angles, a maze wall as long as this stretch of the coast has just emerged behind you. And it's begun to move. Like some kind of stone tidal wave. You order your crew to depart immediately. Your only chance is to get to the open sea. Choose a party leader.
Yeah. It's gonna be something good.
It's gonna be awesome. As the Argo rides the waves, you notice smaller ships following you, survivors from the nearby polis raised by the Temenos. But the maze is growing behind you, spreading its angular walls like a giant toothed maw, ready to swallow you whole. You can hear the strain on the Iliopelian engines, but if you can just push them just a little bit more. J1 is marked C70.
J1, I doubt.
Yeah.
We got J3, but no J1.
So, ain't no J1.
You hear a loud snapping sound. The maze has caught up to one of the triremes following you. Freewood? Twisted lines spread on the broken hull, now carried by the labyrinth, unraveling like some kind of cursed puzzle until they cover the entire wreck. Screams echo from inside and you turn away. The maze seems to have momentarily slowed down before regaining speed once the trireme has been completely ingested, lost to the churning blocks. This pattern continues as ship after ship becomes one with the maze. The captain of the last trireme, which to your surprise managed to close in on the Argo, shouts to get your attention. Argonauts! Please! Let us come aboard! We can't outrun it! Choose. You can't turn a blind eye when others turn to you for help. You are the Argonauts. I think we've done that a couple times.
Bye, Felicia.
There's a whole ship. There is a whole ship of hopefuls watching your every move. You slow down a bit and allow them to come aboard. Slow down? Hornsworn diplomacy +1. Lose a hull. 2. You cannot risk allowing them on board. Slowing down could spell doom for you all, and you cannot fail. Not when you're so close. You leave the other ship to its fate. Diplomacy -1 and C30.
How do we -1 diplomacy? Who's going to tattle on us? There's no survivors.
No.
Right?
Someone on our boat, probably. We do have a decent hull. We're at 3 hull. We also are in the end game, so that's not as important.
Yeah.
Unless it carries over into the next one.
Which probably. I'm fine either way. Saving them or... Sorry, what was the first option?
Slow down and let them aboard,
Yeah,
or don't
yeah,
slow down
yeah.
and let them get eaten.
Want to save them?
That's what you want to do, leader man.
Let's do it. Let's save them.
Alright.
Good.
29.
You
29?
Yeah,
the
literally
first time
came
the
over.
Labyrinth chased us, right?
Yeah, that's pretty hardcore.
Yeah. Literally this picture right here. No way.
Except this is just like moving. You know?
Yeah.
She counted for you.
Mm-hmm.
You allow the trireme to catch up to you, open the trade fleet dock on the starboard beam, and perform a risky in-motion docking. As the refugees begin to disembark, you try to regain the lost momentum. The hull groans. The engines will reach their full potential in a few minutes. You just need a bit more time. The maze wall behind you grows bigger and bigger. It almost fills the whole horizon like the time front. You don't know where that thought came from, and it's soon lost to the ensuing panic. The labyrinth is crashing down like a jaw that is about to snap. Everything goes black for a moment, and then you hear a screeching sound and feel a slight tremor, like a push from behind. Right when you think it's over, you feel the familiar tug of the engines deep inside the Argo's belly, and the ship is propelled forward with divine speed. For a few scary seconds, the maze keeps pace with you, but eventually it slows down until it is nothing more than a distant nightmare on the horizon. Still, you keep going until the alien engines go cold. The people you've rescued will be eternally thankful for what you've done for them. Things settle down, and once you've inspected the damaged hull, you retire to the mess hall for a hard-earned cup of wine. There you find an old man rescued from the trireme. His name is Lycophon, and he is sharing stories of Theseus with the rest of the crew. Curious, you ask him about Theseus' involvement with Athens. Oh, Theseus was more than a rebel prince of Athens, he laughs and winks. He still had some contacts there, Sine, and he used them well, bringing us much-needed supplies. His face darkens, and then one day that channel was closed forever. Burned.
Interesting. Yeah, I have no idea. Also, just I feel like talking about reading Brandon Sanderson books earlier tonight. I feel like this game is like the board game equivalent of it because like that's another little cheeky nod to the
totally,
like, cycle.
yeah.
And I bet after like reading through, if we were to read all 5 cycles like a novel and then redo it, there'd probably be so many crazy tie-ins.
Oh, I bet, yeah. Gain a crew.
Gain a crew.
Subtract a fate, mark B9.
Subtract a fate and mark B9.
B9.
Like a benign kidney stone. It's just hanging out there.
Don't mind me just lurking.
Yeah, B9. Coo.
Among broken pottery and trampled grapes?
Let's do it. Want me to jump in?
Sure.
Doing a baby there, Shawnee?
Think so?
Yeah.
So I'll just
Oh,
follow
what's
it.
in the... You look here.
Freezer or fridge?
Fridge. There's also the old-fashioned thing that we could have that's on the counter too. The canned bibbies are down on the bottom right there.
Coffee break. What do you guys want? And are we doing?
I'll go with the cider.
Okay.
I'm good with the beer. Yeah.
Which one? Blue or yellow?
Yellow.
Nice.
Perfect. And yeah, we're no longer on Twitch, so yeah, we can just drink it. That's perfect.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
We're free!
Free drink.
Free to be men.
What's your wonder?
If you went to see a movie with Sean, that's what you would hear halfway through.
I was really tempted for comedic value while you're talking.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. The Yum Tubs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To the Yum Tubs. All right, among broken pottery and trampled grapes. What was that, Sean?
Said to drinking on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's been a very drinky Wednesday for me.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
that sounds like a pretty good Wednesday all in all. Especially when
We went golfing.
yeah, commentary earlier
Yeah,
today.
existential dread. We're fighting
existential
off.
dread indeed. Speaking of existential dread, the Mice Quick has moved through this area swiftly and completely. You can't help but shudder as you make your way to a small village not far from Malia, where you are to meet your informant. Giant pieces of dark stone stick out of the earth, eerie and unnatural, like some kind of undecipherable sign from a forgotten deity. You let your gaze wander over the strange lines carved in the stone. After a few seconds, you continue along the road to reach the first buildings. It looks like houses have been turned upside down, the roofs broken into thousands of pieces, now lying between the labyrinth fragments like scattered petals. Near a small hill, you notice a large building miraculously unscathed, some kind of palace. A crowd surrounds it. Before you can make your way towards it, a young woman steps up in front of you. At first, you don't understand the harsh whispers forced through her lungs in raspy breaths. Blood cakes her forehead, and her clothes are torn in places, her tan skin covered in a thick layer of dust and grime. Please, she finally says, we need help. She points to several people nearby. Some are bringing water, and others are tending to the wounded and dying. Children with hastily bandaged heads rest against a jutting labyrinth wall like broken dolls. You look back at the woman. Her unwavering gaze burns through you. The geometric tattoos on her arms are mostly covered by the dust, but you see to know she's one of the labyrinthians. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, you're just like,
Oh yeah, they're pals.
Choose.
Look at
You've been on. Oh, also, we should probably pick a leader for this one. I guess this was
Nope,
Sean.
that's you. Until something bad happens.
No way!
Yeah.
No way!
I vote Sean also.
Yeah. All right. Choose. You've been on this island long enough to know these people are mostly victims. Ignoring them is what led to this crisis in the first place. You help the labyrinthians and tend the wounded. Gain labyrinthian diplomacy. 2. Labyrinthians have chosen their fate. This catastrophe may have been their prayers answered. They don't get to walk away scot-free on that basis. You ignore her and continue on your way. You have information.
You
to
asked for this. Clearly,
That is vicious.
Don't-
That's like some hard victim blaming right
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, please
Number
help me.
one.
No, you probably prayed for this.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, you probably prayed for this.
now.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, it's pretty
I vote
good.
help
Yeah, me too.
on this one.
But I'm
I think you only tie break, isn't that true?
Yeah.
Ha! We hold the majority.
Yeah, shit. Okay. Wanted a dictatorship, but that's fine.
Alas,
Yeah.
no dictatorship today. Okay,
Dicks and tater
so
chips.
no dicks and tater chips. 54.
I love the picture of this, eh? Just a little
Yeah,
egg.
it's a great picture.
It looks so dumb.
Yeah, it's clouds in his head.
Oblivious. As soon as you agree to help, the woman drags you toward the wounded. You find yourself hauling water, passing supplies, and staining your hands with blood as you help the labyrinthians. A sense of impending doom still hangs in the air, as if this disaster wasn't the end of it. As if it was merely a foreshock of some greater calamity. The little you can do still helps, but it feels like a temporary relief. Judging by their wounds, most of these people won't make it out without prolonged care. The labyrinthians whisper among themselves, bitterness seeping into their words as they mention the Minoans and how it all just isn't worth it. Lose 8 triremes or gain 2 fates. Party leader gains a... Sean, that's going to be you gaining a rage.
Oh, sweet.
Hey!
Rage is nice.
And a despair.
Yeah, picture debuffs. Then 19.
Where's our sheet? It should be sheet.
Thank you. That's
This
perfect.
yarn talisman is really good.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't cost a
Yeah,
face
it's
to
easy.
do, and it's every time you get a despair, take 1 despair off.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome.
So
Is it
I guess
on a
you can
dice
get
roll? What?
More than 1
No, I think
despair.
you ignore the effect of 1 despair.
When applying despair penalties, ignore 1 despair token.
Oh, dang, son!
right? Like, I think it's like if they give you 3 to spare all in one, you only
You'll
get
get
2.
2, yeah.
I think I've got something similar, and so like when you get the first one,
No,
you
the
just have
penalty is the
0.
effect. Yeah. It is weird that it says, when applying, not when gaining.
Oh,
Okay.
the spare.
Yeah. Specific verbiage. It's still really good though.
It is really good.
Got it.
If you had that last time, you would have been able to attack still.
Next time. This time. Here we go.
This time, we hard. We got 6 arms. You walk on through the rubble. Suddenly, you hear a commotion nearby and make your way towards it. A Minoan guard is yelling at some man who can barely stand. You recognize the guard as Chrysilas, your informant. You Labyrinthians never do anything useful. Patootle, he spits. All you spouters of third it is. Are you going to bring the wrath? Of the gods upon us? The gods are no more, the man says laboriously. For a moment, you see a spark of anger in his eyes, but it quickly fades. Those are the eyes of someone who's lost everything and is just tired. Chrysilas kicks him. The deep bridge won't clear itself. If you want to eat, you need to work. His fingers twitch by his side.
My God, are we like... We pretty much just made friends with the homeless and crazy people, and we're just like, hey, wait, I actually kind of like that guy over there. Please stop kicking him, sir.
Yeah, fully. And yes,
I like that you read that guy as like a hickey westerner.
Yeah.
And it's like totally coming. It's totally working right now.
Perfect, I'm here for it. So choose. Excessive violence is not necessary, but you will need Chrysilas on your side. Angering your informant is rarely a good interrogation tactic. You wait until he's done. The Minoans +1. You don't like bullies, and you won't stand for this, informant or not. You stop Chrysilas from hurting the man further. Minoans diplomacy -1. So only got 2 options there. Are we going to let him beat up on our labyrinthian buddy, or are we going to jump in
Like
there?
we said last time, he might be into it.
I said he was just
You prayed for
tired.
this.
He's just tired.
He's just tired.
Yeah, there's no way we're gonna... Wait, what's our labyrinthine? Allied?
We're allied.
Yeah, we're allied, so we're gonna.
We could get it to 10.
We don't get any extra for helping
No,
him out
we
in this
don't.
case. But I mean, I'm happy to help out.
Yeah, I don't really
Fuck
like it. Just
Chrysilas.
kicking the
Sounds
crap out of someone while he's
sounds
down.
mean.
Yeah, especially this Western dirtbag. All right, so Minoan diplomacy -1, and then read 21.
Oh, my bad.
Before Chrysilas can kick the man
Did we
again.
not get a labyrinthine +1?
No.
Oh, sweet
You grab his
baby.
arm and pull him back. That's enough, you say.
Yeah.
Chrysilas looks at you as if you were crazy.
Damn,
These Labyrinthians
Chrysilas.
never do anything. They're the ones who work all. We are the ones who work all day. We protect the people of this here village. And what do? They talk about doom and fate and all this nonsense. He looks at the man
Got
with
way harder
disgust.
that
It's
accent.
scary how good that accent fits this character.
I'm here for it. Chrysilas. I also just love the meta line. They talk about doom and fate and all that nonsense. He looks at the man with disgust. He lifts his foot again, but you block his movements. Instead, he directs a kick at you, dang cram it.
Oh, snap.
Least likely Argonaut gains a rage. So least likely, let's just all roll off, and lowest
A
gets it.
danger.
Oh, a danger. Is it a danger?
Yeah,
Not
it's
a range, it's a danger.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right.
No, it's a bit. Oh.
That's a
No, yeah, that is a rage.
Yeah.
Oh, rage.
Yeah.
Each Argonaut gains a fate.
But least likely Argonaut gains a rage. So I have 3. Ooh.
This one will be Olympia. Ooh,
Roll off.
Roll off.
Oh.
I take the rage. I'm very angry and precious. And then everyone gains a fate, so that's not very good at that. Fade it up.
It's the only way I can fade it up.
Oh, that was good. That was
Yeah,
really
I'm sure.
Did you do this
Boss is
thing?
with it.
Yeah. You try to talk him down, but there's no use. This is deeply embedded anger. Red-faced, he just refuses to listen to you. Just very on brand with the boy.
Very on brand.
Oh, before he stalks off, he says that you should ask Adiros for the information you seek.
You just killed
Unfortunately, we cannot.
Huh.
As you reach the crowd of people gathered around the palace, you notice a lot of Minoan guards, Labyrinthians, and people who don't seem to belong to any particular group, simply here to see what all the noise is about. As you approach the palace from the side, one of the guards pushes you back. No one goes in, he says, though you know he will have to make an exception for you. Each Argonaut tests cunning or courage. Let's
I
do it.
do find some of these kind of weird. Like, this finishes and then it's just C22. Like, why is it a different section?
I think it's the boon. Like, usually as soon as they do a boon, they do a little...
Just like this one. Yeah, that's true. But like usually it'd be like an option or like a choice.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
But we need to do
Courage
a
or
check
cunning?
here. Courage or cunning.
all of us?
Neither of them are good for me.
Each Argonaut, and to fail, you gain a danger.
Are we able to phase it
6
up at all?
plus.
I think you could spend a fate if you
can.
want. 6 plus? Okay, I think that was a 5 that I had?
Yeah.
Cool, so I do it.
The Oculus
Nice.
passes.
Mhm.
Olympia
Passive?
passes.
Beautiful, so we
Everyone
don't
pass?
gain any danger.
Nice.
Very nice.
You would have just hit us.
I just used all my good rolls for the night, I think.
Yeah.
The crowd suddenly quiets, and you can hear the collective intake of breath before shouts erupt like a tidal wave. People push at you from all sides as guards surround the person who has just come out of the palace. General chaos ensues, at least until one man speaks. My dear people, please calm down. This must be Aderos, the former priest of Poseidon, who leads the Minoans. Let us resolve this peacefully. Someone from the crowd yells, You bastard! There's nothing to resolve! You force us to work, though we're starving, while you feast on what little is left. Where were you when we needed shelter? Someone moves in the crowd. Guards start to pacify the loudest labyrinthians, who respond in violent kind. Bystanders are caught in the middle, unable to defend themselves. Looks like you won't be getting the information today. Choose! In the face of a crisis, order needs to be maintained at all costs. Even if there are supplies being hoarded by the Minoans, they will be lost to the chaos. You help the Minoans. Yeah, me neither. Yeah, the Minoans suck.
Yeah, they do.
2. These people have suffered the most. They need a moment of respite, lest they not survive, or worse, get radicalized by the truth even further. You help the Labyrinthians. Or 3. Regardless if it makes it out on top, the bystanders will be left with little to nothing. These are the people you need to protect. You help the people caught between them. Hornsworn diplomacy +1. I kind of think that one.
Help the people in between? Yeah.
Just like Oreos. Middle's the best part.
You son of a bitch. I'm just kidding. I'm not upset that you're wrong.
I'm one of the weirdos who likes the whole Oreo rather than
Oh, what?
on the
Yeah.
outside or the inside.
Honestly,
That might be
like-
worse than liking one or the other.
Yeah, I kind of get that. Also, only little old ladies like just the cracker part.
Yeah.
I don't like just the cracker part. I like the cracker part dipped in milk.
That's like almost like extra old lady.
It's Milk's favorite cookie.
It hurts my teeth.
That's amazing. Okay, Hornsworn diplomacy +1, and then 25.
Side note about soft cookies. I've gotten into the habit of donating blood every couple of months.
Oh yeah.
And the best part about it is they give you all these snacks and juice. And like they literally just sit there after for 10 minutes eating cookies, making sure you don't pass out. It's my favorite thing.
If I must.
Every month or every other month?
It's like every 2 months, I think.
Yeah.
You can't go donate too much.
Yeah, if you are in level 2 though.
That's awesome though.
Are
Yeah.
you O negative or
Oh, positive, I think.
is that the one that can give it to everyone?
Maybe. I can't remember. I'm I'm pretty common. I'm like 60% of people or something. Blood type.
Cool.
I can't donate to everybody.
Yeah.
But there's very few people that I can't donate to. I think.
Okay. Yeah, my friend was like, he is either O negative, I think, that can give to everyone.
Mhm.
And they're like, oh, you can't give blood anymore. You've given it too many times this year already. And they looked up what blood type it was, and they're like, okay, maybe one more.
That's pretty funny.
That's savage.
Alright.
For you, we'll make it.
You might die, but you know what? Your stuff looks good.
If you pass out, we'll take extra. Hilarious. Okay, so you try to protect the innocent people caught in the middle. Each Argonaut tests endurance. You may gain fate or a danger to add 1 each. Okay, endurance.
I'm gonna gain a fate.
Pass another dice.
Can I gain more than 1 fate?
I think so, yeah.
What's the endurance level?
We need to pass a 7+.
I'm gonna gain 1 fate, so I only have to pass a 5.
I'm gonna gain 1 also. Pass on 6. Oh, baby, show me your critical. Your critical.
Nope. Yep.
Ooh, crit club. What's up, scrub?
Crit 1.
Yeah. Crit fail
Olympia. What's Olympia gonna do? Oh, she's already got a +2. She's
Oh,
going to
baby.
roll it flat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! We should really be fighting something right now.
Flip! Fight now! Oh, that's happened really odd. Like, I think that's the only one, but you crit on random rolls too. Okay, so we super succeed. So 3+. The fight doesn't last long as the Minoans and Labyrinthians tear each other to pieces. Once the dust is settled, the people you saved thank you. Without homes, many volunteer to join your ranks. Gain a crew, and regardless of the results, gain a progress. And we don't have 4+ fate, so we're good there. Cool. And that is going to bring us to the omega of this, Price of a Promise. Do you want to take over there, Jordan?
Yeah, sure.
Omega Shenron. Price of a Promise.
Price of a Promise. Another polis. What is a polis?
It's like a city. City or neighborhood, one of the two. Like a district, I think.
A Temenos emergence. The Argo lies at anchor some distance from the coast. The walls of the nearby polis are crumbling. Whole sections plummet to the water below. Even here you can hear the deep rumbling sounds of destruction. A woman clad in labyrinthian robes approaches you. You know not how she got onto your ship. It is high time we met, Argonauts. I am Nikephoros. That name rings a bell.
That name does ring a bell.
Bad names.
You look at her, dumbfounded. You have been looking for her all this time, and here she is, coming to you of her own volition. Either the fates are smiling upon you, or cursing you. I have come to bargain, she says, once you have found a private place to talk. I need your help to rescue my son. If you do, I will tell you what you wish to know. She smiles for a brief second before donning a neutral, calm mask.
Sorry, who's party leader?
I'll take it.
Anything regarding the labyrinth?
And this is the Omega one too, so high probability of bad stuff.
As a token of good faith, I will tell you how it all began. Before Theseus even knew about the Minotaur or the plight of the people, he came to Crete on behalf of Athens to destroy the Minoan dynasty. He was an agent of chaos. Nikephoros nods. His initial plan was to destabilize Minos' rule and the entire Minoan system, but everything changed when he fell for Ariadne. Then, that is all I will tell you for now. My son is in the city. She looks at you with cold determination, not like a mother pleading for her son's life, but like someone who knows what they want and how to get it. You can tell this kind of attitude, coupled with her calm demeanor and smart thinking, is what has allowed her to survive this long. This city is in Temenos' path, and will be destroyed, you say, and she nods. Choose. If she's willing to cooperate and give you the information you seek, it may be worth it. You risk your lives looking for her before, this won't be any different. You help rescue her son, Hornsworn, diplomacy +1. Heading out to the city chosen by the Temenos is too dangerous. At this rate, it will be upon it before you will. You'll search the city after it leaves, and with luck, her son will still be alive. In the meantime, you need to ask a few pressing questions. You refuse to rescue her son, and interrogate her instead. Labyrinthians diplomacy -1, Hornsworn +1, Minoans +1.
It really looks like we could really fuck over the Labyrinthians and like get high in the other two also, because like it's never plus the Labyrinthians and the Hornsworn and then -1. It's always minus Labyrinthians and plus others. Or yeah.
So we chose the hardest.
Yeah.
What's Saruman's quote in Lord of the Rings? So you have chosen death. What do you want to do? 'Cause I feel like
What's another 10
I feel like from this description of her, beating her into giving us the information is probably not going to work.
I agree. Yeah, I'm definitely on like the hero track tonight. I just wanted to help everybody.
We're almost
Side
done.
quest. Alright, are we agreed then? We're going to go rescue her son?
Sure. Me, let's save this boy.
Alright.
Was that a Labyrinthian +1?
Hornsworn +1. Oh, we're good. You gather a team of volunteers and a Titan, just the one so as not to draw the Temenos' attention, and head out to the city. After his initial attack, the giant primordial has settled into some sort of lull in the middle of the city. The pyramid tentacles twitch in the air in restless sleep. But you know this isn't the end. The destruction surrounding you, the burning buildings, the chasms swallowing the whole city blocks, the maze outcrops. These were just the foreshocks. The biggest quake hasn't happened yet. As you make your way through the streets, you wonder how many times you'll have to walk among crumbling stones and dead bodies. Will this constant cycle of destruction ever stop? You frown on seeing the accompanying Titan looking around, almost lost. Has the Argonaut Junction with it noticing something? You turn to Nikephoros, who walks by your side, silent and serious. When was the last time you saw your son, you ask her. Long ago. Too long. Her gaze turns to you for a moment, and she studies your face before she sighs. You have agreed to help me. I am grateful. Let me tell you more. Do you know why Theseus cut ties with Athens? Ariadne changed him, right? She smiles softly. In a way. He also saw how the people were living under the Minoan dynasty. Athens' involvement wouldn't have changed that. On the contrary, Athens wanted chaos, a rival ruined. A serious look flashes across her face. But Ariadne had legitimacy. Under Ariadne and Theseus, Crete could turn into a modern society free of tyrants, or gods. As you can imagine, that kind of ambition earned him a lot of enemies, and not all were mortal. As you digest this new information, you reach a small hill. In the streets below, several groups are dealing with the aftermath of the initial Temenos attack. The Horn Guard is helping citizens evacuate. A dozen Hornsworn are looting a half-crumbled villa. A group of Labyrinthians sits around muttering, their faces turned towards the Temenos. This reminds you of something, and just like before, your search would go much faster with some help. The silhouette of the Temenos looms above you, the singular maw gazing into the distance like an averted eye. Its size makes you distrust your senses. The Argonaut with the Watched affliction gains +2 fate. Anyone have Watched?
I think you might have had it before you died.
No, I did. If Minoans are at war, you cannot choose option 1. If Hornsworn are at war, you cannot choose option 2. And if Labyrinthians are at war, you cannot choose option 3.
So we're good there?
All good. Horn Guard knows every building and street in the city. They may not be the ideal protectors, but they're the only ones who maintain order. You ask the Horn Guard for help. Diplomacy +1 with Minoans, Labyrinthians, diplomacy -1. Hornsworn know the ins and outs of this city, all the secret places. They may be erratic, but you have fallen on their support many times in the past. You ask the Hornsworn for help. Hornsworn +1, Minoans -1. Or the Labyrinthians know all the places where no one wants to go and all the hiding spots in the city, including the lightning maze tunnels underground. Labyrinthians diplomacy +1, Minoans diplomacy -1.
I'm thinking either 2 or 3.
Are we gonna get into
We might
more
get
of
into
the
the-
Minoans?
We could. We're 3 away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine.
Would you rather pump the Hornsworn or the Labyrinthians? It also
Honestly,
says Nikephoros' presence might stem their darker side, referring to the Labyrinthians.
Oh, interesting. Maybe
Wait,
let's,
what?
if we've been going hard on the Labyrinthians, why don't we do it with them? Like, yeah, the negotiation gain thing is kind of irrelevant, but that just seems like a fun little tell.
Agreed?
Yep.
Alrighty. 48. We asked the Labyrinthians for help. Labyrinthians +1, Minoans are -1. The Labyrinthians turn their heads toward you when you approach and ask them for help. Upon seeing Nikephoros, they agree to look for her son with you. That was less exciting. Leader gains a rage and a despair token.
That's me, right?
Yeah.
Hey, another rage.
Mm-hmm.
Forget what one despair does. Nothing?
I think the first one might be
I
nothing.
think the first one does nothing. Yeah.
You're just kind of sad.
I'm just a little mopey.
You don't pop out. It's okay.
Yeah.
With more people, you manage to cover more ground, but the Temenos' presence is still unsettling. It started to move again, slowly but surely. You don't like the way it unhurriedly approaches the Argo. You spot your Titan behaving strangely once again. This time, it is looking at the Temenos as if contemplating it. Could the Argonaut junction with it be having some issues in the Millennium? Nikephoros looks at the Temenos briefly before she follows you. What happened when Theseus betrayed Athens, you ask her as you press on. Athens sent word to Minos, and thus the war began. Theseus became a pariah in some circles, a rebellious hero in others. As for the gods, they punished him by awakening the Minotaur earlier than usual. She sighs. If only he and Ariadne had had more time, they were a good match. You nod. Maybe they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna turn your girlfriend into a
Freaking monster. monster.
Yeah.
That's little comfort for the Cretans now. You push those thoughts aside and focus on the task at hand. You redouble your efforts to locate Nikephoros' son, all in vain. He's either not here or already on his way to Elysium. The Temenos roars. The sound is deafening, like a siren, but at the same time there is a rhythm to it. It's a solemn hymn, one of despair. It's much closer to the Argo now, ready to unleash its final onslaught. You have seen the damage it can cause. Hornguard, Hornsworn, or Labyrinthians noted.
Ooh, Labyrinthians.
OT. The Labyrinthians return from the underground tunnels, empty-handed, and resume their sitting position, possibly awaiting the end at the hand of the Temenos. They will not move, Nikephoros says when you wish to help them evacuate. It doesn't matter. We need to go. In a progress, a fate, and a doom.
Ooh, fun.
I'm going to go back to 7 day 7.
1, 2,
Much
3,
flipping.
4. It's a fruit fly buggy.
Yeah.
It's just like in my beer constantly. Like you bitch.
I am doing a hope logic to try and.
Oh!
So many crits. So
Nice.
we're not adding that doom after all.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
As you reach the Argo, you remember something you heard and turn to Nikephoros. How did Theseus die? You see a shadow of hesitation cross her face. She stops walking and looks at you for several seconds and then sighs. When he learned of Ariadne's passing, he went mad with grief and lost all sense of purpose. He became a shadow of his former self. Even that shadow dwindled until it was nothing. He didn't matter, nothing mattered. So was the truth of the Labyrinth born. You freeze. You've heard those words before. No, you stammered. Yes, Argonauts. He isn't Theseus anymore, but he is very much alive. Punished for his dreams.
Oh, he's the
What? He's the best! Mic drop!
What?
Damn!
Damn.
So Ariadne is
So
the
we've met him
Minotaur,
a few times.
and he's the
That's
punished.
messed up.
That is messed up. Damn! Like, this freaking story is like really good.
Also, if the Minoan guide is still with you.
What?
There would have been something.
For anyone watching this, do not give up the Minoan guide.
Yeah.
There's so much that could have happened.
Yeah.
And find the old spinner wherever they are.
The old spinner.
I wonder if the Minoan guide, though, like, I wonder if some of it was bad.
Probably.
Yeah.
But we would know.
Yeah.
I also
Choose the smoker letter, right?
Yeah, choose the
Yeah,
smoker letter.
yeah.
Akakalas. The old spinner was spoiled for me, and I do know who they are.
Oh, really?
When were we supposed to get them?
No idea, but I know who the person was. Minos' wife.
Oh.
So the Minotaur
Right?
mom.
Yeah, fuck that thing.
Minotaur's mom.
Minotaur's
Wow,
mom.
we're getting like some
Yeah.
crazy things.
When
tied
was the
in
last
here.
time we saw the Punished? And they survived, didn't
He
they?
was on our boat, and
Yeah.
we were trying to decide if we'd kill him or not.
Yeah.
But
Imagine if we
Dude.
murdered friggin' Theseus. I would have felt bad.
I also would have felt bad. But we didn't, and I think we're gonna maybe kill him next.
That's crazy.
Because we're looking for him.
Is he off our boat? Like, did it say?
Yeah, I think
Did it
we
just
let him
like
leave,
swim
right?
away?
Yeah, I think we could have tried to imprison him,
Yeah.
either let him leave or kill him. And it like heavily implied that you can't kill an idea. Was
Yeah,
kind of
right.
what it was.
We let
saying.
him leave?
Let us leave?
We let him leave?
Something like that, yeah.
Alright, let's finish this. At that moment, you hear a noise behind you. The Titan accompanying you turns towards you, head cocked to the side. You've never seen it act like this before. It somehow looks more knowing, as if it is aware of everything that has been going on. Nikephoros smiles as she looks at it. It has accepted the truth. She turns to you. Life is a labyrinth, but the way you navigate it is up to you. My son has passed, but I have made my peace with it. Now I need to make peace with myself. Farewell. You try to stop her, but she's surprisingly fast. You run after her, but the Temenos is here. Like, what?
Not even a calm, like, just books it away.
Just like a horror movie style.
Looming over the port like postponed doom finally showed up to collect. The only thing you can do is retreat. Gain 1 logic breaker Titan and return to voyage phase.
We have 2 logic breakers now. Oh, so it accepted the maze and it got all mazy.
It accepted the maze.
Wild.
That's gangster.
2
All right.
logic breakers.
That's the end of that.
Cool. Well, let's finish off those 2 R&R things then. Those last 2. It was 87, 85.
That was wild.
That was. Yeah, this story is like
We've learned
unreal.
really cool things tonight.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really glad we didn't let these go.
Me too. Because like the other ones were really interesting too, but like these ones actually seem to have like real.
Oh
things
shit!
to
Okay.
watch.
So come again.
Okay, so this
Read
is
it for the
actually part 2. Yeah, read it for the plot. Plickety plop, we love the plot. So this is an R&R, but it's got a faded box, so it's got a second part, which we'll read now.
Ooh.
The Burden, which is also ironic because the Burden is also the name of the next adversary that will be chasing us after we take out
No way, really?
Spiky Birdman. Mm.
Wait, so
So
are
do
you
we still have to kill Spiky Birdman?
So are you saying that the next big villain is a kidney stone?
Yes.
There
Oh
is
my
one
goodness.
like round ball thing in there.
That is the Burden, yeah.
No
way!
I see you.
That is amazing.
Oh no, is this faded because it's going to come to us? Oh, how you laughed about the old man being laid low by a teeny weeny pebble.
Literally just now.
The ribbing, the roasting, all in good fun, you thought. Well, now you've got one of those teeny
The
weeny
bird
pebbles
is
inside
actually-
you.
Oh my god.
It doesn't seem that fun in retrospect. Not at all. In fact, for the past hour, you begged for the sword just to be rid of this unspeakable, nigh indescribable, life-defining
The
pain.
sword?
Yeah. Shink! A dull, slow pain crushing you from within, coming like the tide, forcing you to expel all bodily fluids in every possible way in combination through every possible orifice, sans the one, the only thing that matters in this predicament. That one remains clawed. The way is shut. The stone keeps it. There's much wisdom in struggle, yes, muses the old priest, and you're not sure if you detect a hint of sarcasm there. You detest him just as much. Do not fret, my friend. With time, all pain shall pass. Unless, of course, the stone does not pass. Then the pain will not pass as well.
Oh my god.
Yes. The tips of his lips twitching. But it may subside for a while. Your condition stabilizes in the evening. The stone indeed did not pass. This is a horror you will revisit.
Oh my god.
A calm washes over you, and you observe the setting sun. You feel tears welling in your eyes. Strange, as the only thing you feel now is subtle relief. Your mind wanders to the healers and academicians, their progress hindered for unfathomable aeons by the gods' decree. You wonder, will progress soar now that they are gone? Choose the player you hate the most. Their Argonaut gains Eschaton Stone's secret gear card.
What?
Well, I think it's gotta be Leoculus.
What?
Absolutely jump in on that.
I
Yeah,
don't
fuck
know
that
I
guy.
can the bad things.
Oh, I mean, there's a chance to kick you while you're down, though. No, yeah. It's probably going to be great, though. If we give it to Cam, it's going to be great. If we give it to you, it's going to be bad. I don't know, man.
Alright, give me the stone.
Okay, that's good. Secret deck 2.
Sons of bitches.
Oh, I don't want to see this art. Secret deck 2.
Why don't...
Eschaton Stones. Oh, the picture too.
Oh my god.
Does it say anything?
Unique. Argonaut possession attached to your Titan seat. Start of battle. Gain 1 rage.
Nice.
Start of your turn. Gain 1 danger. Every turn?
Stone
Threshold. When you gain this card, the threshold is 0. Noted on your Argonaut sheet. End of battle. Roll a die. If it's above the stone threshold, raise the stone threshold by 1. If it's equal or below, pass the stones. Remove them from the game. You gain 1 Nemos node. You experience a dream of Pharos while you have the Eschaton stones. See Dream 11, Cycle 1 storybook.
This guy.
What?
This guy.
Gain a danger every turn?
Oh my goodness. That's what it looks like. Jesus
You
Christ.
guys have literally murdered me with kidney stones.
I was like, this secret card is gonna be good, and like, this character's just gotten all the crap.
What is this stone pressure?
It starts at 0, and then it goes up every battle.
Think of like
And you need
pressure.
to
every
roll. You need to roll it to get rid of them. Like I literally have to like do a check every battle to try and pass the stones. Stone threshold
Okay.
0.
Well, we have one more. Maybe there'll be something good.
Okay. Can I read this one?
Yep, absolutely. It is a long one, so maybe switch off partway through.
Oh, this one? Drunken Odyssey?
Drunken Odyssey.
Pro.
The Argo has been hit by crisis after crisis with no respite, and you have little time to unwind, let alone really relax. No wonder that when the possibility arose, a drink became a feast, and a feast a fit. A fit?
A bon
Fet.
A fit.
It's just a party.
Okay.
For us, Sam.
And a fet ended up with you blacking the fuck out. Sorry, spare. Whoops.
Is this
It says blacking out.
nice?
You're not proud of it. You wouldn't do it again. But it happened.
You
You have to deal with it now. Woke up with it. You gotta reach always.
Oh,
no, just kidding.
No! You goaded me. You goaded me.
You just pray the massive hangover will not escalate into the dreaded two-nighter.
Been there for years.
Yeah. Your aging bodies can't take this kind of strain anymore. You somewhat come to terms with the world around noon and even venture out for something to eat. Which is the best of signs. Yeah, I can't even say you anymore.
No. It's like 4 in the afternoon for me. That'll be my first meal.
I need a nap after food.
Mm-hmm.
Hey there, Argonaut! One of the Banalinians philosophers? Onanian? We're gonna keep going with all these names. Stops you on your way back. Quite the celebration yesterday, right? Their voice rings in your ear like the emergency horn. Quite, yes. You really want to just get back to your quarters and pull up like a filthy, wounded animal you know you are.
Yes.
About that, they don't let you leave. The guards at the Palaionian. The philosopher is clearly embarrassed by all this. Maybe you should be too. Is it something you did? They report you went skinny dipping in the Babylonian, sir.
Oh my god!
You definitely should feel embarrassed. Did this happen? Maybe. Probably. Yes. I'm terribly sorry. I hope we didn't break anything. Well, it's not. Well, it's. How do I. You lost the Titan.
We lost it.
What?
Were we driving drunk?
To quote the guard, quoting you, you took the Titan for a spin.
Oh my god.
One went missing. You know it's a lie because the connection is still there.
Oh my god.
But the helm must have been damaged as we can't initiate a junction. We need to find it the old-fashioned way. Do you know where you left it? Choose an Argonaut. You know the one. Lost the Titan. Lose my Titan.
We lose a Titan.
Yeah.
Oh my
Choose an Argonaut. Who would it be?
I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay, I can read. I'm gonna butcher these names, but I'm having fun. So it begins. The Titan that did return has sand on their feet. The coast is vast, though, and you need to narrow it down. You gear up with water hats, and that will shade you from the merciless sun and begin to retrace your steps. First, it's a trade fleet dock where you stole some Egyptian emissary robes. Okay. Sadly, they couldn't be recovered. As a side note, that would explain why you ditched them and went all guy on the Babylonian.
Oh
How do you
my
pronounce
god.
this?
Balenion?
Balenian?
I think Balenion, yeah, something like that.
Balenion? This is going to keep on coming.
I pronounce it Balenion,
Balenion?
personally.
I'm going to keep butchering it then. No one knows.
Banana. Bananas.
My goal is to pronounce it different every time.
Perfect.
Worthy goal.
Back to the investigation. You met the emissary at the Old Nails, where you were painting some obscene graffiti on those dour-looking Olympian faces. You still stand by the choice.
Graffitiing like the gods or
Yeah.
We really don't like the gods, eh?
No.
Yeah,
They sound like
that's
jerks.
the thing, yeah. As some of those wall paintings showed you wearing Titan gear, it was off the Argo Works next. Okay? Where you supposedly posed with a Titan giant armor, tiny heads. It seems funny at the time. On a dare from one of the Alki, yes. Alki's artificers. Thank you. You met the artificer on Archipelago's deck, and they told you about Alki's Cove.
Alki's Cove?
Yep.
Oh,
He's got a private beach?
Soon you find yourself on the beach looking for giant footprints. That's not hard. Titan's foot leaves quite the imprint. One set of tracks leads inland to a nearby forest with Titan Kinggon's team backing you up. From a distance, do not cramp your style. You venture forth. The footprints start meandering, which pauses you quite a bit. Titans are usually quite direct. Was it sightseeing?
So we drunkenly
Yeah,
do
Oh my
some-
god. Yeah, literally.
Further down the trail, you find a broken part of the helm. Caught up on a ranch. This is a reason why you couldn't simply junction. You advise caution. You know what other functions of the protocol have been. Who knows what other functions of the protocols have been deactivated? And then you find it sitting on a hill. A pair of wild dogs is running around in circles, wagging their tails. The cucumberous giant tries to follow them with its unseeing gaze and unwieldy hand, but can't keep up. It stops when a flock of birds lands on its outstretched other hand. The giant's head lowers and tilts slightly as if inspecting them curiously.
No.
As they fly away towards the sunset, the giant too looks upward. Are those tears you see flowing from below the helm's faceplate? Only half lobotomized.
Oh.
Did it say that?
No.
It's great flavor though.
Great flavor.
As you approach, the Titan notices your presence and acknowledges you by turning to you. You know the Titan to be wild, violent creatures, but this one is anything but. Even though its rage allying helm is malfunctioning, it even leans towards you so you can reach the Epikratos system more easily. Its face, half covered by the helm plate, doesn't betray much emotion, yet you ascribe emotions to it anyway. Nostalgia, sadness, loss. What were you doing, O giant one, when we plucked you from nature and forced you to fight our battles? Where would you go if we set you free?
What would you do?
We got him hammered and took over his body, and he was like, alright, well, I guess I'm gonna play with the doggy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
A stray among strays.
Yeah. Gain of progress? Name the Titan. We're gonna name this sad little Titan. Dargonaut, who lost the Titan, chooses. 1. The struggle is far from over, and even if you wanted to, you couldn't do it alone. Without your giant warriors to hold the darkness at bay, you need this one too. So you will take great care of them from now on. Really? Take the Titan back to the Argo, gain +1 named Titan. Whenever this Titan gains a rage over 9, it stays at 9.
What?
So we're naming it dog meat.
What?
First option.
Absolutely not.
No.
Dog meat. Second option, there will always be battles and people who need to fight them. But you choose to fight, the Titan does not. Their service is a necessity. Necessity?
Necessity.
There we go. I'm great at words today.
Oh, good.
And their mindless, violent nature and aggressive behavior towards humanity, an excuse to use them in this way. But you can't, in good conscience, bring this one back. Leave the Titan in the wild, subtract 3 fate, gain a Nemos node.
No, we gotta keep that Titan.
That Titan is beastly.
Have we
you
ever
can't
gone-
get more than 9 rage.
It won't rage out.
Have we ever gone past 9 though.
Yes.
Other than when we did it once. When we started.
We only did it once, but we did
both
do
of
it.
us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we can just like think of like the story things where it says you can like add rage to do stuff. We can just top that person out. So what should we name
Just
him?
Albert.
like
Albert the
it.
Rage of Hall.
Albert Angerstein?
Albert Angerstein.
That's gonna be it for sure.
Albert Angerstein. Albert. Birdie.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's
Albert
wild.
Angerstein. Yeah, that's super crazy. I do love how it says like, here's this super OP, really cool, powerful ability, but this Titan clearly loves just being in the woods with its dogs and birds.
So maybe don't
You-
take it
so
back.
maybe don't take it
No,
back.
we're fighting a war for existence.
Mhm.
We could have gotten rid of 3 of our fates.
I think
The
we're
boat
pretty
fate?
low on
Yeah.
fates.
We only have 2. Yeah. Jordan, do you want to read? So now we're just going to skip right
Oh
to.
my.
Oh, that's the wrong place. Nosos. So do you want to read this card? Oh no, I guess flip it over actually. Oh, one more thing actually. Flip it back.
What did
Upgrade the anchor.
Oh.
Oh yeah, no, just flip it to Seppi.
upgrade it?
Did we read this one last time?
Yes, we did.
Unappealable egress. Ariadne's anchor is complete with time to spare. The scholars of the last academy can perfect the design. The ontological field seems to have more properties than just anchoring an object to reality. Some of the philosophers propose it may be used to conjure up a theater-like reality environment, a waking dream to explore the endless possibilities of life. But that is for the future. One day, the scholars find a giant Xephos lying on the floor of the anchor's chamber with no idea how it got there. Random.
Mm-hmm.
Rules: reach Knossos, gain the Theseus Razor card, Secret Deck 2, card 14, and the Temenos Sighting Technology card, unless you already have it. Then immediately go on an adventure from the Dreams Laid Bare hub. Finish this hub already, choose another hub to go on an adventure from. I think we've done plenty of adventures.
Mm-hmm.
With the Ariadne's anchor upgraded and operational, it is time to head to Knossos.
Just a question. Should we check that story and see if it has one of the Pharaoh's Dreams thing? Because I would love to see what that does to you.
I think we just did that story.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
did we?
we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dreams Laid
I'm
Bare.
really curious about this specific one. I bet it's going to be super meta for the creator
Yeah,
of the game.
If the Argo is on the Knossos map tile during the story step, see 0104. Warning, point of no return.
Sweet, let's do it. This, I grabbed the weapon already, so this is Theseus's Razor, a knife so sharp. Secret card 14. It's a one-handed sword, 1 dice, plus 3 to hit, 4 reds. It's carving 1, power reroll 1 for free. During an attack, ignore labyrinth tiles for the purposes of line of sight and adjacency. When you're about to gain at least 1 despair token, roll a d10 per token. For each 6+, lower this gain by 1. Whoa. On 6+ danger, reroll 2 for power instead of 1.
Dang, son.
Super fucking,
Yeah.
pardon my language, very, very good.
Super very good.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
For you, since you've gotten kind of mucked
Oh
out.
my god. I'm gonna be honest, I think no, maybe that would be good.
Because I'll trade you. I'll take the Hecatome. And then you got that bad boy. Mm-hmm.
Because you have a thing about adjacency already, right?
Do I?
That one. The Yarn Talisman.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Alright.
And then the despair token.
What
was huge, too.
weapon did you have?
I had the Heavy Cobus, which was fine, but the Hecatome is better. So the Hecatome is basically just like a better Heavy Cobus.
Yeah.
Which break, carving, deadly, which that one doesn't have.
Good job.
Plus 3 to hit. The Jawbone Axe
I
is
think it
pretty
depends,
fancy.
right? Like, I think
Yeah.
the thing is you got the hollow for the plus, so
Yeah.
the Jawbone Axe is kind of cool because you get the deadly thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rolling 2 crit chance die is huge. It's awesome. What chapter in this should we read? And I'm assuming we'll
0104.
0104. My passion.
Oh, sorry.
book. 0104. Not a very. And then jumping with the time, we'll probably get right to the fight, and then we'll finish it tonight.
Son?
Yeah. No sleep. That's kind of perfect though, because then we'll have all night to do what's probably going to be a very long, challenging fight.
Yeah.
Which should be good. Sorry, what was it? 0-1 something?
We'll have all night to redo it.
0-1-0-4?
Over and over again. Yeah, 104.
Welcome back to the first time.
Feels so
It's the
close
beauty
to
of
me,
live
right?
streaming.
Yeah.
No one will know our sins.
No one at all.
Can I have one more?
Okay, the Argo cuts through the night waves as the sun is yet to rise on the hunched silhouette of Knossos, the Horned City now transformed beyond belief. The few city lights that pierce the darkness reveal a labyrinthized shoreline of angular, symmetrical constructs. The labyrinth is here already, one of you muses, perhaps one with kidney stones. As expected, says the old priest. Ever by your side with a soft smile? You, on the other hand, are not. There were countless times when you could have walked away. Sensible reasons, too. No one would blame you. Bah! Many would welcome it. Yet, you persisted. He looks out at the shore.
They're pretty bad right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty bad. And your persistence, your willingness to help those in need, has awakened something in the people of Crete. Something nearly forgotten. Hope. Look to the city. He points to a few redoubts of light. It's not over yet. Gain a Sisyphus tear. Ooh. Which we have yet to use one. But you want to grab... I don't know where they're on. They're on there somewhere, rather. Prepare the launch! I don't know why, but Dr. Evil... Prepare the launch! Comes to mind. Yeah. Bring the Argo in. Armed with Ariadne's anchor, you just need to lure the Temenos out and kill it. So if I remember correctly, the anchor is what anchors Temenos in reality instead of in its upside down
Like
realm.
weakens it in a sense.
Mm-hmm. Simple enough. Yet there is no sign of the monstrous creature, this living heart of the labyrinth. Even when the Argo drops anchor a stone's throw away from Knossos' port. Previously, your appearance alone would goad it into battle. Now, it's nowhere to be seen.
It's under.
Knows we're going to spank it.
It knows Knossos! Your scouts, sent ahead of the Argo, come back with troubling news. The dynasty's rule has crumbled. The primordials have overrun the Horn Guard. In their absence, the Hornsworn are making a bid for power. Or at least, vengeance.
Yeah, fair.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. There are regular battles. To this, I still don't know. Is it the Hornsworn or is it...
The Horn Guard is the Minoans.
On Minoans.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I'm like,
genius. Why did we do that months ago?
Oh, so true.
John, thank you so much.
You're the hero we needed.
Yes, you are our Theseus. You are our hope logic. Okay. There are regular battles raged in and around Knossos, and the rebels have cut off the palace. It's just a matter of time for the line of Minos is extinguished. I wonder if we're going to get to see Akakalis one last time.
Oh, yeah.
And even if they could somehow withstand the fury of the Hornsworn, it won't do them much good. The Labyrinthians have converged on the city, demanding Phaedra release their prophet. So it is true, the Punished was taken prisoner by the Minoan dynasty, and is held at the court of Minos' daughter. If anyone knows how to call the Temenos, it will be him. If Akakalis is with you, see something else, then continue. So once again... Yeah, if you were to replay it, we would keep it with us the whole time.
Oh my god, never give her up.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
Never surrender. You enter the city, a challenging task for now. Each street and alley twists and turns in unexpected ways, bending to the truth of the labyrinth. Buildings lean over the road more and more, and you fear they will collapse at any moment. Further up, the giant fragments of the maze upheave the once striking towers of Knossos, bury the abandoned temples to the Olympians, and effortlessly crush the statues of the Minotaur, once expected to outlast the people of Crete. Everywhere you look, you see chaos. People fleeing into the hills like there was no tomorrow. For the Minoans, that very well may be true. Others huddling in the ruins of once great buildings, hoping in vain this will all pass on its own, like kidney stones. You meet squads of Horn Guard trying to keep the peace and evacuate the survivors, and others abandoning their posts and running for their lives with no regard for the people they swore to protect.
Savage.
Indeed.
No.
You pass Hornsworn dissidents, claiming a sense of nobility.
What are you going to do?
Yeah. Kaiju battle!
No, calmly, in order they go this way, sir.
Yeah, please. Orderly line. So Hornsworn dissidents reclaiming a sense of nobility by helping the wounded and staving off the maze, as well as groups taking the opportunity to loot and pillage a helpless, defenseless city. You encounter the Labyrinthians,
To be
those
fair,
still clinging to their humanity. Yes, jump in.
probably would do that too.
The loot and pillage.
If you hadn't had a good feast in a long time, and then you see like your dictator's leaving, you're like, I know he has some expensive shit in there.
Loot that, bought it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some like ham and scotch. Okay, let's go.
Ham and scotch, and then get eaten by the prolapse.
Yeah, I feel like I'd leave.
I would try. I'll probably GTFO.
Takes like 2 minutes.
Just scarf by
grab a scotch and a ham, and then you're on your
There's a ham running down the street.
Oh, and worst comes to worst, you could also beat someone with a ham too. Extra tenderize it on the way out. Okay, so the Labyrinthians, those clinging to their humanity and a sense of belonging, and those taking joy in senseless destruction, as if this is everything they hoped for. I like how this kind of like a mix of Labyrinthians, though, too. It's not like they're all identical. The world, it seems, is more ambiguous than the people of Crete thought, or wanted, or feared, or wished. The gate to the palace of the Minoan dynasty has been broken down, and there is no one to guard the post. You follow the meandering hallways, now crisscrossed by giant maze fragments, pining for the sky. You pass a number of heartbreaking scenes. People dead or dying in the rubble, others trying to save them or mourning their loss. You help where you can, but you push forward. You push forward and upward. Closer to the throne room, you see signs of a struggle. A few dead horn guards, soldiers, and dozens of Labyrinthians in tattered robes, armed with nothing more than gardening tools and bare hands. They could wish our gardens. They wanted to liberate their prophets so badly, and yet they failed so close to the finish line. That's like us.
We just wanted to see the whole mask.
Yeah, we wanted to see everything. You cross the maze outcrop that has cut the building in half and notice a skirmish in the courtyard. Horn Guard, losing ground to the Hornsworn, finally come for what they perceive they deserve. Choose a party leader.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Sounds good.
Nice.
And then 106. Want to take over with 106?
Sure. You arrive at the Minoan throne room. The doors must have collapsed during the maze quake, for they lie in pieces on the marble floor. You step over the rubble and notice a squad of veteran guards, the most staunch defenders of the dynasty. Princess Phaedra is there as well, standing on the balcony overlooking the city. Like on that fateful day, you agreed to help look for her father. How long has it been? 80 plus days?
A little bit over a year real time. This is also our 29th session playing.
Oh, dang.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Another figure draws your attention. A man on his knees, tatters of cloak and skin fluttering the sea breeze. He is chained, leashed, and gagged. Sexy. You are immediately reminded of your meeting with Minos in the Sepulchre Acropolis.
Chains and whips excite me.
The Bates are having
Sorry.
I caused all of it, so I can't really complain. Argonauts, she says with a hint of anger. Well, that's
The
not
gang
read
guy?
that at all. No,
The princess.
the gagger, not the gaggy. The labyrinth broke through. Knossos is sinking. Old foes and new take this opportunity to air their grievances. Do you come to seal the end of the Minoan dynasty? The Horn Guard close ranks around their leader and draw their swords. Suddenly, Princess Phaedra looks so small and vulnerable, you begin to understand. Her whole world is crumbling. She's a cornered animal with nothing to lose. There's still time to save your people, Princess, says the party leader cautiously. We need that man to do that. They point to the punished.
Oh, right.
No. The princess looks at you with piercing eyes. Is there time? And why should I listen to your counsel now? I entrusted the fate of this island to you in this very room, did I not? I tasked you with finding my father, and you failed. Your father chose his fate. Yeah, we did find him. So
Yeah.
okay.
Right?
And so did he. As she says it, she puts a sword to the punished throat.
Hold on. This is the smoker lady, right?
No.
This
That's
is the
Hexhouse.
smoker lady's sister.
Yeah.
Okay, bummer.
Also, your sister, I guess, too. Because you are a Minoan royalty.
Oh, yeah. You're one of the sucky ones.
We're in family drama.
Why do we even keep you around?
Because I'm killing them with you, okay? I'm cool. I like the labyrinths. I got a dog.
Dogs are pretty cool.
I changed. All right, choose. If you finish the uneasy rest the head hub only,
I think we have. Let's
give Phaedra a way out.
But we have not finished Uneasy Rest the Head.
If I-4 is marked?
Oh,
Probably not, because
let's
it's the
not
Council
go
of
with that.
Akacalis.
I3 we have, but not I4.
How Punish's gonna die.
3. There's too much at stake here. You possibly have only one shot at saving the island. You have no idea what will happen if the Punish dies.
5
You need to draw the Temenos' attention, but you doubt this is the way to do it. Funny that you would defend the man, but here you are. You stop Phaedra before she kills the Punish by any means necessary. Or, the truth of the labyrinth has torn this island apart. You know where Phaedra's anger is coming from and you sympathize. You would not have killed the man, but then again, you will not kill anyone to save him either. You let Phaedra kill the Punish. If B5 is marked?
Nope.
Never marked.
Never.
There's so many things to mark.
If the Manon guide is with you only. Alright, so we have 2 choices. Save the Punish or kill the Punish.
I do love just like with the Labyrinthians the entire time and fuck the Manolans. And then just switching it, maybe?
Right at the end?
Okay.
I think,
it's up to you.
especially knowing who the Punished is now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How do you let Theseus die? He's a hero.
I don't know this lady. I know this Punish guy a little.
Sorry, Phaedra. We like deep beers.
Alright, we're saving him. We need him, Phaedra. You see the glint in her eye, and a sadistic smirk sneaks onto her face. Muscles tense up, swords unsheathed. Everything beyond that is a blur. Each Argonaut makes a chosen skill test, 10+. Each Argonaut may gain a danger to add 1.
A chosen skill test, 10+.
Yeah, anything you want.
I'm going to gain a danger and roll a fury test. So I just need a 7. 5 is not going to do it.
Uh-oh. Olympia is going to roll an endurance with a 1 danger. She was at 0 danger before, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she also needs... What did we say the test was?
10+ of any stat.
10+? Alright, so that's a 7. She's
You
going
get
to
a
gain
10.
2 dangers for 6+.
Oh no, our good rolls have betrayed us!
Yeah, I'm also going to do 2 for wisdom. And that's a 6+.
Oh
OMG.
no! This is look
I'm
bad.
going to do 2 for a 6+. Will?
Might as well just go 10. Like,
No.
oh!
We get one. So we
Holy
get one.
smokes. 0 to 2 successes. C115. You rush
0 to 2. Oh, okay.
You rush at Phaedra as 1 and make it. Nope, and for a moment you believe you can make it. But these Horn Guard have sworn their undying loyalty to the line of Minos. They will sooner die than move even an inch. Your crew punches through the phalanx regardless. Just a second later, a second too late. The Punish lies dead in a pool of his own blood.
Oh.
Phaedra stands above him, triumphant. Before anyone has a chance to say anything, a distant roar sounds. The unmistakable, haunting, almost melodic rumble of the Temenos.
That's such
I think
bummer.
it's calling your names, says Phaedra with a smile.
Screw you, Phaedra.
What a monster. Do we have
Yeah.
6+ fate?
No, we don't.
No, alright. Mark G3, go to There Is No Maze Battle on page 116.
G3. Oh, that's a bummer. Just for fun, do we want to see what would have happened if the Punished lived?
You want to?
I'm curious.
Alright.
We're just punishing.
Clash with the Horned Guard. They try to hold their ground, but you push through. Only one of you reaches Phaedra, but it only takes 1. The impact sends her flying into the railing, which doesn't hold. The last thing the Argonaut sees is Phaedra's wide-eyed fear as she plunges towards her death.
I would have been down for that.
You look at the kneeling man, the self-proclaimed punished, would-be prophet of the Labyrinth, motherfucking Theseus. Although he would surely protest that, he doesn't meet your gaze, electing to look out over the balcony to the city in the chaos below. He has tears in his eyes, though you know not what he mourns. I think we do.
Mm-hmm.
His tattered cloak, grayish unkempt beard, and strands of peeled skin flutter gently in the wind. We need to talk, says the party leader as he approaches the Labyrinthian. It is almost finished now, he muses, still fixated on the dark horizon. My punishment and theirs. The truth becomes apparent. And you had to come all this way to proclaim it, to hand yourself to destiny? It seems to me you were seeking death, not truth. I am, he agrees solemnly, but it has been denied me. My fellow Labyrinthians can gain release by a simple act of will, while I remain to walk the earth. My punishment has been more severe. There's a lot of story left. Are we going to read it all?
Oh, I'm curious, but it's just for us to know because unfortunately we didn't get the dice rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucked.
All right.
That's bullshit. We all took 2 danger for that too.
Yeah, it
Like,
was savage. And like we couldn't have we all rolled like 3.
Yeah, we all
We were
rolled so
F.
garbage. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. If you finish the Dreamsley Bear Hub, which I think we did, appease the punished by recalling his past deeds.
Oh, so cool! Why didn't we? Oh, this is such a shame.
121.
we can edit this out, right?
You often say nothing matters, yet I find you care for many a thing. Maybe too much, says the party leader calmly. We know of your plight, Theseus. We know of your loss. Nothing we say or do will bring Ariadne back or undo what has happened. Theseus finally looks at you, tears in his eyes. But you were once a hero on this island and its people. A hero to this island and its people. The party leader continues. Many still live with your name on their lips. Many, like the Princess of Crete, live in your shadow. Others, like Perithous the Hand, try to carry your light. We need you to be that hero again. Conflicting emotions pass over his labyrinthized face.
That's freaking sick.
Yeah, we could have had so much story. All of
I
it better.
am nothing now.
But just stab and I guess we gotta fight that
We
thing.
are nothing now because we missed this. Oh,
I am nothing now. I have nothing. I failed everyone and I deserve this. I deserve to be punished.
Aww.
If you finish Tears in the Minotaur Hub? I think probably, right? Because that's the one that told us that she was the Minotaur.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forgive him.
Like, it would have been everything we did today.
Oh, it's
It
so
would've been-
gangster.
Would have
so gangster.
come to fruition and like, oh, we burnt our really good rolls on mutton chops.
Yeah. We know about
Yes.
Ariadne, says the party leader sorrowfully. Minos and the gods did it to her, not you. Theseus starts to tremble. I killed her! No, she sacrificed herself for you, because she loved you, because she believed in you. And you survived. There's nothing wrong with that. As to what happened later, we forgive you. Theseus looks at you, wide-eyed, tears rolling down his cheeks. He draws his arms close to his chest to stop his body from shaking. I do not deserve this. We forgive you. Now you need to forgive yourself.
May the power of forgiveness compel you.
Ariadne would have wanted that. As he looks to you, the shadow of a timid smile crossing his lips, you catch a glimpse of the man who once was, and who may still be, a man of purpose. A distant roar sounds, the unmistakable, haunting, almost melodic rumble of the Temenos. But this time it is different. This time, the song of despair falls flat, almost a whimper. It seems the crack through which the monster slipped into our world was not Ariadne, but Theseus all along. You have defeated the Temenos without drawing a sword. You may go straight to the victory aftermath.
Unreal.
That is wild.
Unreal. How many successes did we need to save them?
3.
Okay, so that was like that would
Yeah,
would have still been a
missed
tall
by a
order.
big chunk.
The so I think statistically getting like 6 up is pretty average. 7 up, like it's not like great, but getting only 1,
Yeah,
rough. That's ridiculous.
that was wild.
Oh, amazing! If there's gonna be like a special item or something, it's gonna be like maybe we just take the item.
Yeah,
But
that's pretty wild.
yeah, so wild.
Theseus is the core of the Temenos.
Mm-hmm. Man, what a cool little story in this game.
Yeah, that.
Freaking sweet. I'm really glad that we did read that.
I'm so glad we read all of that.
Yeah.
This is kind of the problem with these secret stories. Is what if we didn't read all that?
I think it's why the game's if you die, restart from the beginning, because then you pick up where you left off.
Oh,
with
and
these
then you
stories.
keep reading the
Yeah, so
stories.
then you
and
will-
you get it all.
Yeah, because then you'll very
Fair.
likely complete a lot
I guess
more
if
of
we
them.
had replayed, we were going to replay, we could keep the freaking Akakalis with us
Yeah, we could.
and know what the fuck happens everywhere.
Yeah.
We totally could. Too funny.
Yeah, if we replayed that, I guarantee all of us would have been like, all right, 6, 8 danger, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Hashtag worth in that case. That is
wild.
nuts.
Such a Bummer.
I'm really glad that we did read it though.
Yeah.
Because like,
Cool.
just a really small thing, but I also really like the writing of Phaedra. It really works her up as like, oh, you bitch, when she kills him. And there's like that little bit of like, oh, I feel like a little bad when the last thing we see is like her fearful look as she flies off the balcony.
I felt no sorry.
I was like,
Absolutely
okay,
no
not. I was
sorry.
like, no. I was like, that bitch.
see me keep alive.
Yeah. If not for you, we could have a great ending and no one else would have died.
Oh. Yeah, that would have been pretty unreal. I'm kind of happy that we're going to do the fight. I say that now before we get absolutely shit.
Oh, it's said in that paragraph too that if you want to fight it, just to see.
Oh, cool.
To do it, yeah.
But that's ridiculous. And like, what a cool concept to be like, you do the role, you've done all these story things, and because you've progressed far enough, you can skip the fight because of a cool resolution that you've discovered. That's awesome.
And like, honestly, we would have gone with it too, if not for
But like, you have to lose and replay to get through all that story.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way
I see.
you're getting through a Dreams Laid Bare and the other on the first playthrough.
Yeah, I think it's like physically impossible.
Yeah.
And then on this, maybe on the second one, you'd be able to do it.
Yeah.
So I think it lends credence to what we're doing with like reading some more of the stories because it's like fighting and the combat's great. Like, it's a lot of fun, but the story in this game is
So good.
awesome.
Yeah.
And on that note, we'll have a big fight next time.
okay.
Beauty. Well, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to this adventurous time of Aeon Trespass, mini stories. And we'll see you for Terminator, the Great and Powerful. Bye!